It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. It's Curry with the drive. Lopez with the block. Bledsoe with it. Pass to Middleton. Bledsoe right side. Back to Middleton. Stolen by Durant. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Because Steph moves so well, anytime he can get some separation, he starts to feel once he gets the ball, he's going to find some points.
Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Brogdon. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Over Middleton. That shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Lopez. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When the super teams are dominant game after game, some people are going to ask, what's the point of even playing a game like this?
Well, in the regular season, I hear that all the time, and I sort of laugh at it because this is what the season is about. Sure. 82-game grind, having competition not only with opponents, but within yourself, within your team, battling for minutes. And we understand that a lot of these teams are built to win in the postseason. The regular season doesn't mean much for them. They're going to qualify for the playoffs, but there are other teams in this league, Kevin, trying to fight to improve. And on nights where you have opportunities to play against that kind of dominant team, a coach can say, see the potential, see what is possible. We just saw it here tonight.
And take some personal pride in your performance.
No doubt about it. And you can stack yourself up against these super teams that roll into your arena to find out exactly where you are. And sometimes winning a game like that for a coaching staff, they can say, let's use this momentum to build on it. We just beat one of the better teams in the league. So psychologically, it works in a lot of ways during the regular season.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Back to Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steph Curry, Brent, is there any doubt in your mind that he is the greatest shooter in NBA history?
I don't think there's any doubt, but I like the fact that Steph Curry doesn't want to be a one-trick pony, and he isn't. He's trying to be better at making plays. He's trying to be better at making good decisions. He's trying to be better as a defender. And so all of these things for Steph Curry, he's not satisfied with the things that he's done so far in his career, which have all been elite.
Now here's Middleton. Back to Lopez. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Durant. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Always got to keep your eyes up. Make sure you see open teammates, and Klay did it that time.
Lopez with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And that one drops. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now, here's Bledsoe. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Some changes here for the Bucks. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true, but fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
On defense, Milwaukee. George Hill missing on the three. Pass to Looney. Now, here's Jerebko. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Milwaukee now. Milwaukee trails by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the middle. Here's Ilyasova. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Here is Cook. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Cook's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. And so it's the home team holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board, making their subtle contributions.
Right side, Wilson. The three. Rebounded by Jerebko. Here's Looney. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. On defense, Milwaukee. 11-point game. Here's Jerebko. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Hill. And it's blocked. Here's Ilyasova. And he converts the layup. Ilyasova's got his first basket of the night. Pass to Cook. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Iguodala outside. 4 on the clock. And he banks in the layup.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
To the wing on the left. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And the shot goes in.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Right block shot. To the left wing. The 15-footer. And that one hits back iron. Milwaukee trails by 11. Here's Connaughton. They get it back. The second chance effort. Snell, that's good. Snell's got his first 2 points.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand-checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Lopez outside. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And stolen by Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins continuing to improve on his defensive awareness and staying active after he clawed away that steal.
In the corner, it's Brogdon. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Middleton. Back to Brogdon. From deep. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The wide open look for Durant. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Durant's skill, he's got so many scoring options. Left, right, and of course over the top.
And the turnover again by Milwaukee. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Curry with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Thompson gets it to go.
Somewhat remote odds of Klay Thompson missing on that kind of attempt. Just chalk it up.
Here's Bledsoe. Green with the rebound. Pulls up. High post. No good from Cousins.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 7 points for Steph Curry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now Curry. He's got 7. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Curry's got 10.
It doesn't matter. I mean, once Steph Curry crosses half court, you're in trouble.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the home team, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
Staying confident in the paint, Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
Curry from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 13.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And there it is for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And really deep through that time.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
To the paint. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Middleton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, I'd like to see Giannis thread the needle, a big man that has some point guard skill. And Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Brent, we have bigs playing a different kind of game in the NBA now.
It feels like skill is taking over, and even last year in the playoffs, so much talk for us about the idea of not being able to play a big center, right? Not being able to play a post-up center or a rim-protecting center. These players have to be mobile. They have to be able to set screens and roll down the lane, and they have to be able to switch out, most importantly, defensively to guard the most talented scorers in the league. So the center position is now becoming a more skilled position where teams take their best 4-man and slide them down to the 5, a la a Draymond Green or sometimes Giannis with Milwaukee, to make sure that they can make the most impact while they're on the floor.
Good examples. Wilson left side. Pass to Snell. 5 on the clock. Back to Wilson. No good there. Nice D from Cousins. And they're moving it up. Outside Curry. To the middle. It's picked off. Down low. Here's Wilson. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Left side Durant. Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
7-foot shot. Basket good. Durant's got 9.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Here's Bledsoe. No good on that one.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Outside Wilson. To halt the run. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 1:25 left in the third. The 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Snell. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Durant with the steal. Out to Thompson. Plenty of space. And he gets the jumper to drop. He's got 6.
Well, looking to shoot immediately off the pass, and I don't think he even felt the leather that time.
And stolen by Cousins. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Outside Wilson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Yeah, that's a painful mistake there. All you can do is just shake that one off and try your best to move on to the next play.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. It's Iguodala with the drive. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Sometimes you got to exercise patience in the pick and roll, and that time Iguodala did exactly that, slicing the defense up.
Hill looking around. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. Over Cook. Off target. And so it's the home team sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And here is Curry. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Curry with it. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now, right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Smith up top. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look at Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Pass to Ilyasova to end the run. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Ilyasova knows exactly when to release on that roll. After he sets the pick, some good timing there.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Green. Curry attacking. Green breaking loose. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's now 30 points for Steph Curry. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those three-game ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Wilson grabs the board.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
They double team Curry. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where They were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14, having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
Here's Snell. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. Snell, no good. Curry looking around. But they'll get another chance. Outside for Durant. From downtown. Curry can't get it to go. .104 left in the fourth quarter. No good from Connaughton. Now here's Curry. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Here's Cook. Hits the jumper in space. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hill. And no good that time. Nice D from Cousins. And Curry, here we go. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Pass to Connaughton. .23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And again, the Bucks miss.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Here's Curry. He's off from 17 feet. And so the home crowd treated to a win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.